everybody, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Time to get back into this bitch, and I also figured out the sound problem, so the music shouldn't be louder. It shouldn't be. So in the last video, I think, if I remember right, it's been a little bit since I recorded the last one, I think that we were fighting over who I was going to be helping. Now here we are teleporting to Sunday already, so it's already Sunday. And we're going to be helping out Yuri today. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. Intimate. I don't know what you're supposed to be meaning by that, but okay. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. You know, Yuri, I can, relate to Yuri a lot. Yuri is basically the female version of me. Not gonna lie at all. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, we're gonna put her on the shelf and just forget she exists. I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Well, I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. She has a nice house. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Why is there no music? Kind of disturbing, actually. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we'd made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Don't think that's how it works. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Alex Doggone. You know, you kind of fucking scared me for a second there, girl. You don't need to be doing that. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. Quite obviously. Okay, there's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. If this is messy, then, you gotta really redefine what messy is. And I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. I'm not doing that laugh. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. Well, that's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. Oh, really? Well, she's just a loudmouth. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Well, that's true, yeah. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Oh, of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Alex Doggone. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. You know, she's not wrong. She's actually correct. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. I think you mean the universe. I think that's why the universe decided to... whatever. It just wants to torture me. It's not something to laugh at. You're messed up in the head. You need to get some professional help. Sayori! Or, Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Alex Doggone. But you're wrong. Oh, am I? Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Okay. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Alex Doggone? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna fucking force it out of you. I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. You know, I actually have 0 words. I have no sarcastic statements to make. That's actually really sad. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? That's actually a problem, considering the character should have known this at least a little sooner, you know? I feel like that it's something that someone would notice eventually. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It's always, I mean, it almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. It would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's the thing with people with depression. You don't try to make their days better. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Alex Doggone. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring about me instead of doing important things. See? Exactly. Exactly. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Again, you don't laugh at that shit. Why are you laughing at yourself like that? That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Oh, so it was premeditated. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Alex Doggone, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. This is really sad. Alex Doggone. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alex doggone. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remained at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Alex doggone. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You're probably not, judging by the fact that she's saying those things and sobbing. I'm kind of pissed off with this character right now, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Alex doggone. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. This is really depressing. Oh my god, Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice, then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Extreme change of mood, am I right? The really bright and cheerful game turned to be really depressing extremely fast. My god, that's insane. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. What, Yuri? You're here early. Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Okay, were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. I don't see nothing. That's right. And did you manage to find anything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything alright. What stuff? I just transitioned from one day to the next. I teleported days. I don't know what the fuck you asked me to get. I'm sure it'll be fine. Is this my room? I take Yuri to my room. My room is bigger than my actual room, not gonna lie. Why does that look like the Five Nights at Freddy's closet? Okay, the first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Actually, this is the cleanest boys' room I've ever seen in my life. I cleaned it before you came over, so, okay, that makes sense. Okay. That's very considerate of you two. Okay. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. No. You don't want to see the frickin' towels I got in the corner. That would be even more embarrassing. Exactly because of the towels over in the corner. Wait, don't look in there! I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. What's in the drawer? Is that your porno magazines in your drawer? Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. Just don't go in that drawer. Really, don't. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. Oh, okay. Don't get a little handsy there, Yuri. So, should we, get started? Well, probably, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Oh, we're getting technical here. We're getting a little fancy with our words. Enhancements. Oh, well. Atmospheric enhancements. You know. Mood lighting. Aromatherapy candles. You mean just aromatic candles? Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Oh, I guess you did. Oh, of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Why? Why? I think that'd be amazing, don't you? Why? Why? Just why? Yeah, that would be really neat. And also, why? What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Oh, really? Gotta get that lavender essential oil going. Really relax everybody in the room. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not. Not familiar at all. Exactly. Not familiar. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You mean the choice of drug that you're going to put into the air. That's basically what that is. You're going to be drugging people in the room. Okay, you can even feel it permeate through your body. Okay, I was like, what is that word? Relaxation, positive energy, romance. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. What? You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. So you mean it makes you horny? That's what that does. It makes you horny. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? You want everyone to feel horny when they're reading their poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Okay, whatever. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. Did you guys see like something glitch like right here? I thought I saw something. That was weird. Okay, she again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a curtain. Wow, okay. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? I don't know why you... I don't know why you have to make every single statement I say weird, but whatever. Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Alex Doggone. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Ah, shit. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. You know what, girl? I am too. I actually love knives. I do. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's so pretty. Amen. Amen. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. I wish I could see this knife. Oh my god, I wish I could see it. I really want to see it now. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Okay, where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Alex, doggone! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It isn't my fault. I should have warned you. Okay, this knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the... Ugh! Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh. Please forgive me. I will not forgive you for doing something that weird. That's crazy. Why would you do such a thing? I wasn't thinking. You a vampire by chance? Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Ah. Sure, it was a little weird, but it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Right? She's not a vampire, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. Ah. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Stop! Come on! What am I doing? What the fuck? Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Alex Doggone. Yuri giggles shyly. I mean, I am a little weird, but, you know, whatever. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I keep them over in the first aid kit over in the bathroom over there. You know, I won't follow you in there, just saying. I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Oh, frick. Why don't you just get scissors? I mean, damn, girl. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. What paper? After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm more than ready. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Interesting. Wow, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Okay, do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. I'll gladly go get them. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be diluted. Alright. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. You are oddly suspicious right now. Is it you hiding here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. What the fuck were you doing? Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I'm going to pretend that didn't just happen, and we're going to continue making our stuff. I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. The banner. Starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. That actually would look really cool. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Well, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. Well, if you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a lot of dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of an elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if it feels too childish. No, I don't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Of course I would. Of course I would. I can understand almost everything about you. Okay, Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah! I'm sorry! Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. What happened? Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I don't want to... Okay. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. The artist really has a way of, putting Yuri in, really weird positions and making her make the weirdest of faces. I pat on Yuri's face and neck with the towel. At least I didn't lick it off like she licked the blood off my finger. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Okay, pervert. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation to my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. Well, that got a little steamy for a second there. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. We're done, I guess? I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, it's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, that's not it. It's not that. Okay, I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Okay. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Sure it isn't. I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure it is. You're gonna be eating them words in a little bit. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kinda say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot to tell you. Alright, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Alex Doggone. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, you got close. Kind of making me a little uncomfortable. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori! uh, hi, Alex Doggone. Sayori, just now we weren't... Okay, it's okay, Alex Doggone. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so... I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Oh, you're crying again. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Alex Doggone? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Alex Doggone. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? What the fuck is Monica saying to you, bitch? Oh my god, that bitch? Oh, hell no. Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Alex Doggone. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Alex Doggone, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know that's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. I love you. You'll always be my dearest friend. Okay. What would be the most, appropriate statement? The most appropriate statement would be, you'll always be my dearest friend. If you really got emotional right here, you would say that I love you, which is actually the last thing that you should be saying to her. Because just considering her feelings here, that would be selfish on our part to say that I love you. So I'm going to say, you'll always be my dearest friend. You'll always be my dearest friend. Or it's a fuck up and it was a trick question, considering, and you're overthinking it, and you should have said I love you because it's almost like rejecting her. Because she just said that she really likes you. So it could have gone both ways. It was really a trick question, and this part of the game alters the rest of the thing, and I know that. So let's do a save right here on my second page, right there. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, or different feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best, and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I don't know why I stumbled there. I see. Sayori forces a smile to an incredibly pained expression. I think I know why. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Alex Doggone. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. And she's crying. Clutching her chest with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Okay then. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me with one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! Again, with the really depressing part. This is really, digging away at my heart right now. That's insane. My god. Visual novels and their really hard-hitting moments. I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Wow. That is insane. Now to the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decided it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Okay, where's my music? I don't like that there's no music. Why is there no music? There's no music. Like, literally. What the fuck? There's no music. Alex Doggone, you're the first one here. Guys, this is kind of unsettling. Why is there no music? Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. It must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. Where the fuck is everybody? Why the fuck is there no music? In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And suddenly I feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the day I'm used to thinking. It's the way I'm used to thinking. Maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Alex Doggone. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. How do you know about that? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? What exchange? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. Why the fuck do you know about that? But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? That's right, I did turn her down, didn't I? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual. For some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid on the desk. Why is there no music? This is making it 100% more unsettling than it should be. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones that they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh! Oh! Get out of my head. Let's all get out of my heads. Looks like there's some different things. So let's all get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Oh, what? Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. That's a problem. Yeah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Shut up. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sarah's written. Now I know why everything seems so unsettling. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Guys, what was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. Now I know why there's no damn music. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Yeah, no shit. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. Holy Fuck. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Oh my god. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Fingers crossed that bright sunshine rainbows, she's totally fine? Oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? But it has to be. This isn't real. No, there's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe that my eyes were showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I knew what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Actually, it kind of is. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I carry this guilt with me until I die. You don't need to make me feel any worse about it. She dies either way. My god, I already know this. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I could never take it back. Never. 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 Objection! That is not the end! I object! Just made the music slightly different. Oh, it's different! Why? That's not Sayori. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Things are getting real. Okay, load game. What do I do? That new game? Oh, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out? You know, we're just gonna sit here and pretend that someone didn't just die? What the fuck? Jesus. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up, but if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk and then catch up to me. My game broke. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I don't need to be reminded. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Actually, you're right. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Alex Doggone? Well, shit! Monica! Things are different. Things are slightly different. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? You don't need to do that fucking ass swing again. Ah, yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Okay, what did you come in here for anyway? You're oddly suspicious. You did something, didn't you? You're the bitch that did something, aren't you? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies used for my club. Oh, really? Convenient. I was just thinking about clubs. So you're going to come waltzing on in here like you're happy-go-lucky, and you're going to just present your club to me. I see how it is. I see how it is. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. Okay, you're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Hold on. Holy shit. There's literally There's nothing. There's nothing. There is nothing. Actually, I'm starting a new one. Oh, a literature club. Fuck you. Literature? You're messing with me. You're messing with me. I know you are, and I'm gonna prove it. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Let me guess. 3? Yourself, Natsuki, and Yuri? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us. Sayori never existed. Let's just, let's pretend that Sayori didn't exist. We're gonna pretend that someone wasn't just hanged in front of us. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. Am I gonna have to censor that part of the video because of disturbing content? Am I gonna have to do that? I don't want my video blocked. Oh my god. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Oh? I heard there's some girlies in this club. I guess we're gonna be joining. Wow. Hey, Alex Doggone. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? How did you know I was looking for a club? Ah, well, I mean, I guess so, but... in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? Hell no. I won't ask you to join, but if you could at very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? No. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Guess, besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Okay, playboy. Sure, I guess I could check it out. You know, I could. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Alex Doggone. You know that? Am I? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Fuck you. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Okay, everybody! I'm back! She didn't say that. Whatever. And I brought a guest with me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Girl 1. Alright. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Yeah, fuck you too. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Alex Doggone. Well, this ain't no club. This is... I got nothing to say. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Well, way to be judgmental. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, Yuri's vice president in this... Wait, I get... You don't look like a vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Alex Doggone in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? No. Wait, Monika! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... Well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Oh, were you gonna make cupcakes or something? Uh-huh. Why don't you come sit down, Alex Doggone? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Why ain't things just happy, bright, and cheerful? Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Fuck you! Yeah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Alex Doggone, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? No, it's not amazing. You know that's what this game is, basically. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I actually love me some good horror. I'm more of a Stephen King guy, you know? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Or the Rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a good story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Okay, Miss Downer. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write down about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back! Wow, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them, or anything. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Is this what's going to lead to the poem writing of this part of the game? Okay, the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. You're not very confident either. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Poems? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. That's not what you were saying before in the last part of the game, okay? We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of Vice President after all. Take on responsibility? Do you fucking know something, Yuri? I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well as the Alex doggone? Hold on! There's still one slight, teeny tiny, itty bitty little problem. What's that? Now that I've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Alex doggone. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, okay, fucking pervert. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. I don't know why I read that as enjoy. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. For some reason, your eyes didn't light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Alex doggone? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Alex doggone, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks. I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. That was actually shorter than last time. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Alex doggone, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. Why are you the only one talking? With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's not good fortune. It's not good fortune. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Can you hear me? Wanna fucking run that by me again? Oh my god, okay, we'll go Natsuki this time. Natsuki like bubbles, she like, boop, she like hop. Silly. Wrath is, yeah, I thought so. Sweet, lucky, anime, kawaii, peace, milk, bed, crimson, shit. Bliss, that's an interesting one. Lust. Why am I not surprised? Sunny, shiny, lazy, skirt, fun. Alright. Whoa! Holy fuck! Oh my god! I don't fucking remember that! You know, I think this is a good spot to end the fucking video. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like this video, be sure to click that like button. And, you know, if you're new here, like what you saw, which I have. If you liked what you saw in this video, I'm pretty sure you should not subscribe, or whatever and all that, but, you know, please subscribe if you liked what you saw. Click that notification bell, so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And, as always, I will see you in the next video. I don't trust you.
Most of my life has been flashy, cause of accent that be around me. Which I just find astounding, even with debits on me. Most of my life has been flashy, cause of accent that